Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Dating Right. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow.
Shut the up.
In the kitchen yet? You come over here messing with little kids, bro. That's not cool. Shut the
Y'all messing with me, cussing and shit. I'm grown as f***. I don't want to hear your little ass kids cussing. Shut the up.
You a grown ass woman playing Fortnite, bitch. Go to the kitchen, bitch.
Eat it.
And my favorite part of 2020
She lost that exchange. Kid 1, mother 0.
was when I left that man. He came back. He came back. 2025. He's back. He came back. Like, I don't understand.
So I just saw a video, and the video basically had something with black women, white women, whatever of that nature. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, am I single because I'm black? A black woman in America?
Now, she knows good and well that's not the reason why she's single. There are
What's the attitude?
a few other reasons why you are single. Don't do that. Let's not try to make this a racial
Correct.
thing.
And have you noticed, the standard for black women to be well kept is higher for any other type of woman? Oh my God. It's like
How
to be
so?
deemed as a good looking black woman, you have to be 10 out of 10, 7 days a week, 24
No, you don't. There's a lot of gorgeous black women out there that I would not say they have to be 10 out of 10. Some of them are like beautiful 6s.
7. And we are not given the grace, not that we need to be given it, but we don't have a relaxed, casual look where we're still rated 10 out of 10. No, you have to be looking red carpet ready all the time. And that's because a lot of people treat black women as something that you have to be in awe with. Yeah.
Why is black women
But you don't treat black women as if we were in awe with? No, I don't think that's what most people do.
labeled aggressive, but African women are labeled soft and understanding? Now hear me out. So I was on live today with my homegirl, and this we had two men on there. We had a young black American man, and we had a older, he was African Jamaican man on there. Two different total points. So with the YN in the room, we was all rah 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 rah. The older man came in the room and took control of the live immediately. So with that being said, that showed the presence right there. But he was explaining it that black American women are aggressive because
Am I the only one that's tripping out on this one straight hair that is just completely straight sticking out of her head? I'm not trying to make fun of the lady. She's a wonderful lady. This is just like an awkward thing that I'm just noticing.
how we was raised, and typically they don't have the father in the household.
True.
And then African women are very soft and understanding because once again she was raised in the household with both parents and taught and so I'm like, well, I feel like that black American women, we are labeled aggressive because we have to be in survival mode, which only goes back to the American black man not doing what he was supposed to do in his child's life, in the household, as a man, period. Now, I can't contest to that because I had my mama and my daddy in my life, but then he talked about that too. He said that's why you typically probably don't play with men because you already know what a man's supposed to be like versus your friend didn't have a father, and that's why she take a lot of more crap than what you do.
Well, one thing, ma'am, you can't kind of be asking about, why are black women seen so aggressive and then continue to talk loud into the camera. Some black women come across aggressive simply because of the volume that they speak at, their tone.
I sound like I'm upset or get angry all the time. My family, same thing. My Asian family, all of my aunts, they're loud. They're loud ladies. My whole family gets loud when we get passionate or when we talk about things. The whole conversation just goes up in volume. Not that we're upset at or anything, it's just how we conversate. So I can understand how that can be very aggressive looking, be very this looking, but sometimes it's part of their nature, it's part of the culture that you guys raise your voice.
in their delivery. But at this point, I think black women should just embrace it. Hey, you guys are the aggressive mothers of earth. Black men are viewed, aggressive, criminals, scary. So we got to live with certain stigmas.
True.
A lot of groups of people.
I mean, everybody has stigmas. I'm Asian. We're the small penises, docile, weak men. That's kind of the general consensus for us. Black men, aggressive, tall, bad men. That's what consensus majority of the time is. Or, the more aggressive men.
People do. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving.
Why is there still a discussion on Twitter about whether or not $30 is enough for a man to send you for your lunch while you're at work? Y'all hoes need to stop pump faking like y'all living like that for real. I hate that fake bougie shit so much. Ho, you are not getting no takeout from Ruth Chris on your lunch, okay? You don't even do that once a month. Y'all hoes need to stop that fake bougie shit, okay?
You right, girl. They are fake bougie. And yeah, they ain't be going to Ruth Chris for lunch. They probably never even been to Ruth's Chris.
Bitch, the only bitches that's mad about a man sending them $30 because they feel like it's not enough is the whole who account is negative 28. Bitch, I will be mad too because $2 is not even enough to get a bag of chips from some of these vending machines nowadays. So I get it. Y'all hoes be pump faking so bad. Baby, $30 is enough for me to get a good soul food plate and have snacks on my desk for the rest of my shift. What are we talking about?
Too many females focus on being the catch and not understanding the value of the man that has caught them. You spend so much time trying to say that you're the prize, and the relationship itself is not treated as the first place prize as it should be. Now you fumble a good man because you didn't understand his value or his purpose. You saw absolutely no value in the fact that this man could provide, protect, connect, and correct you because you want to be in charge. You want to take that leadership role on so bad that you don't understand the burden of actually being a real leader. Therefore, you don't respect it and or value it.
Nope.
Now you fumble him and you back in the real world dating again and talking about the dating pool got piss in it when you just had a good man. Don't get so used to having a yes man that you fumble a real man.
Being a boy mom is why I don't have sympathy for a lot of stupid shit that women do. And this is a follow-up to the video.
I think this is where a lot of women are going to start changing their mentalities up, changing their minds up a little bit. The ones that have sons. The ones that have sons that are getting into dating age, the ones that have sons that are getting to marriage age, those are the mothers that are going to be a lot more red-pilled than anything.
Video I just made about the lady at work giving away her Valentine's Day flowers that was given to her from somebody she's dating. I see a lot of women trying to make excuses to myself. She was just spreading the love and she just... Stop. I'm a boy mom at the end of the day. Don't come over here if you don't want to be held accountable. Don't. I'm the first example of what a woman should be.
Correct.
That's what my son see.
That's
what my son see.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hold myself accountable and I self-reflect like a motherfucker all the time. I try to be everything I want my son to have in a woman and in a wife and in a mother. I remember it was a time when I was honest and I said I would never want my son to bring home a woman like me. Ever.
Shout outs to you, woman. Shout outs to you. I don't think very many people can hold this kind of accountability on themselves. Praise to you, lady.
Because that's how fucked up I was. You couldn't tell me shit. I was never wrong. I didn't know how to compromise, didn't know how to communicate, and damn sure didn't know how to comprehend. Just filled with trauma. Fucked up. And I think it's whack as hell that when women are behaving in a certain way, it's always, yeah, but, or trying to prank them into being a victim. If you wrong, you wrong. That's how my page is. That's how I roll. I'ma always just call it how I see it. And they know that about their mama. Mama gonna always keep it real. You understand what I'm saying? And I thank God that I got the ability to also be able to look at everything from everybody's point of view and then come to my own conclusion. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. That's just what it is across the board.
Shout outs to you, mom.
That shit didn't make sense. I'm sorry. And being a boy mom, I always think about how would I feel if my son was treated in that way. I'm raising good young black men, God's will. How would I feel if a skank did something like that to my son? I would definitely tell my son, don't ever waste your time with that bullshit. Don't ever.
We always notice that the only time women truly hold themselves accountable is when it comes to their sons or their male family members.
And even then, right? Sometimes they just change their sons into their son husbands and things like that. So It's still a rare thing, even amongst women that have boys.
Well, that's for only the good women, like this lady right here,
Correct.
who's willing to be honest
Right.
about the fact that she knows she can't stand with feminism when it comes to her son or her husband. That seems to be the only time they hold themselves accountable. So shout out to this woman for actually caring about what her son thinks, because we know, unfortunately, some mothers don't.
I saw a video this morning where a young lady was saying that why is it that women in their 40s and 50s, why is it that women in their 40s and 50s are hating on the younger women, I guess in their 20s and early 30s so much? And she was talking about it's a shame. And I came to give you the answer, being that I'm 49, this year I'll be 50.
I gotta say, lady, you look damn good for 50.
I used to be in your shoes. I would go, I'm not a job hopper, so I haven't had a whole lot of jobs my whole life. But I would go to a job, and the first day when I walked through the door as a young woman, 18, 19 years old, and the looks they would give me when I walked through the door, I hadn't did anything to anybody. I was just like, what's going on? Why everybody? Then the stares you get, the quietness you get, or the fake breaking people that try to come and speak to you, the women try to come and speak to you, act like they want to be your friends and stuff, but they really don't. So I'm coming to give you the explanation for the hate. And I couldn't understand it back then either. But I do today, because I still see women at the job I'm at full time that do the same thing. And I'm telling you young women why they do it. And I hope I'm going to give you some advice so you won't be that 40 or 50-something-year-old woman doing the same thing to other young women. What happens is women don't hit a brick wall, but we all know that our youth is what we have that attracts men to us. So
True.
A lot of times when you're a certain age in life, that bad, when you think you that bad bitch stage or whatever they say, you think you the baddest, you don't know at that age that you're not going to look that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
I look at me every day I get up, I see the difference in my body, I see the difference in my face, skin, and everything. What women have going for them is their youth. And what you don't realize is the older you get as a woman, your youth fades, and that's the attraction of you to a man. So when you say, why do women in their 40s and 50s hate on the younger women so much, I'm going to tell you why. Because they missed it, sis. They missed it. Those women missed out on those good husbands they could have had when they thought they were quote unquote so bad. And now they're alone and can't find a husband. Because why?
Again, shout outs to this lady for talking the truth, speaking the truth. She's at that age. She's dealing with women at that age. She dealt with women when she was at 19 that were at this age that did this to her.
The men, in their eyesight, they want to be with what?
Young people.
A youthful woman, a younger woman, so they give a younger woman more attention. And this is my solution to the problem that a lot of younger women say that they're having out of older women. I don't want you to get to the point where you're 40 and 50 and when that girl's walking through the door that's younger in her youthfulness, walking in her youthfulness and vibrancy, that you looking at her and mad and hating because you missed out. The way you stop from missing out is, you might think you're very attractive at a young age, which you are. Women are attractive more so in their younger ages. So the way to not get to that situation when you're in your 40s and 50s is, and not be alone, because I've been married 10 years now, but you only got a time frame, a short time frame. And I hate to say this, but I'm being honest. Sometimes you have to not be as picky as a woman and kind of bring it down a bit, even though you know you're very attractive or whatever. Kind of be a little bit more nicer and open-minded and think about your future. Think about how you would feel 40 when you're 40 and 50 and by yourself. Even though a lot of women say it doesn't matter. Yes, it does, because a lot of times you're mad when you see a woman out and about, she's married and happy with her kids. I just dropped my kids off at school. I'm proud to be a mama. I'm proud to be a wife. Those are things that being rich or wealthy can't buy.
Yes.
Money can't buy the feeling I have every morning when I get up. I can look at my husband and get my kids ready for school, drop them off, come to my shop, do what I got to do. In the end of the day, when I go home, I still can go home to my husband and my kids. That speaks volumes to me. That's worth more to me to ever becoming a millionaire or being wealthy. I'm already wealthy because why? I'll be 50 this year, I have a husband. I have three handsome boys.
Shout outs to you, lady. Living the life. Trying to educate women to try to not make mistakes.
To answer your question, the reason why a lot of women are so upset when they see a young woman like you come through the door, looking all beautiful, pretty, and they see themselves in you, it's because they missed their mark.
Now, looking at her, you can tell that she was definitely a very good-looking woman back in the day, and still is at her age, in her 50s or whatever she is now. But she's touching on a very reality that a lot of modern women today don't think about. Women have heard of this wall that men talk about that they will hit one day, but they just think about that at, age 30.
Well, they also think it's a myth, it's a lie. Men are just saying this because you want women lonely. Like, no, we're telling you what we're attracted to.
Age 40, but they have no clue about the massive wall that's coming for them when they get into their upper 40s, 50s, and 60s. I'm pretty sure a lot of women will look back and have a lot of regret regarding the men that they probably friend zone or their dating options that they had back in the day.
We hear women come up and talk about how successful they are and how intimidated men are, and they never say a word about their character. And I just can't help but think about how turned off women get when men lead with money and lead with accomplishment and end up having nothing but unavailability and coldness and lack of emotional development, because that, unfortunately, is what it takes to succeed in certain career fields. You can look it up. And for some reason, women think that the success that they've amassed has somehow happened without them becoming devoid of a lot of the personality and relationships that men are devoid of. And they flex their accomplishments and money the same way men do. And somehow, we make it different every time. Every time. No disrespect to you, but you didn't say about being a good woman. Nothing.
Why
You didn't say no.
I'm just
Fuck
gonna,
all that, bro. Didn't say nothing about.
I can tell you what.
This is about a larger point. This is not about her as an individual. We don't hear I'm successful, I got my degree, and I've been in therapy the last 3 years working out my issues. I just bought a house, and I also identified my childhood trauma and it took inventory over my baggage, and I got it out the way. Oh, also, I'm loyal. My time management is on point. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm considerate. We never hear any of it. What I hear is when say that y'all act like, when men say that y'all have turned into alphas, what we're talking about is the worst parts of manhood. Y'all have taken it on. Now, the problem with men is that we won't admit that those are the worst parts of us too. But shorty, y'all have taken the worst parts of what it means to be successful.
I've always said this. Feminism. They just want to be the worst men possible. The men that were able to run through everything, do whatever they want, and all these things. That's the type of power and influence that these women are after. But most men don't have this.
Successful, and y'all wear that like a badge. Look at what it's done to us. If you need an example of what it looks like to only live in your accomplishments, look at the black men around you. You in a city full of them. Look at how devoid they are. Look at what it took them to get to where they are. Look at how underdeveloped some of them are emotionally. This is what you want? Is this what we're going to do, to let accomplishments be band-aids for that?
That's right. That man was cooking.
He made a whole meal right there.
Everything he just said. That's why it's very important to have a woman who actually cares about your mental health. She can take care of everything else for you, but there's nothing like a woman who will check in and actually care about, that man's mental health and his well-being. But that's all I got in this video. You guys drop a comment down below.
Shout out to that last gentleman. He was cooking so hard, I felt the heat from all the way over here. It's true. It's like everything he says is true. Women embody the worst traits of the worst possible men out there. It's not even embodying the worst traits of men. No, you're embodying the worst traits of the worst men. The top men that did the worst things. Women want the ability to do the exact same thing back to men. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that.